Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? So, seven deadly sins. Um, I definitely wanted to get this done and out of the way before I got all the other shows popping up and getting in the way. So because what you got, like, I think 3 or 4 shows that I watch are coming out pretty soon. Definitely was gonna be a huge lineup if I stacked this one on top of it. Um, but yeah, we definitely have some weird stuff popping off within Seven Deadly Sins in the grand scheme of I honestly don't know what to expect, and as of right now, everything that we've learned about the angels kind of give us more and more intuition that they're not the ones that we really care to know about, right? Or not know about, but we care to win in this case, because not only have they showed their true colors, they're really putting out there that um, anything that isn't really goddess or gods shouldn't be treated as equals or should be eliminated, so they're pretty much showing their true colors relatively easily without anyone having to force them to. And I think that's pretty hilarious in the grand scheme of them supposedly being the good ones out of all this, but truly showing us a lot of evil. And that missed terribly. Um, but yeah, I do love the way this overall plays out because not only do they get really cocky and have this thought process of, oh yeah, we can do anything we want. We pretty much got this all in the bag. And then just absolutely get destroyed, right? So, um, I don't know. It's stuff like that that makes me always wonder, um, like, what is going to happen with this show because every time I see certain things pop off, I'm like, okay, these characters may actually get, like, beat up crazy bad. And then come to find out that the people who I kind of expect to have some type of power usually wind up getting bopped relatively quickly. Which it's no fault of my own. It's just that I guess whoever I start voting for, I'll just start being like, okay, I want this guy to not be the strong guy. And then I'll probably be right. Or it'll be the opposite guy that I did want to be the strong guy and be right overall. So I don't know. We'll see how it all plays out. But right now, I don't know who I really enjoy the most in this show at this point. In the grand scheme of like the past and understanding what's going on. Seeing these transformations was pretty much the biggest thing to come out of all of this is the sacrificing of 6 of your hearts out of the 7, and then pretty much getting a ridiculous transformation that's super strong. So um, I'm not really entirely sure how much of that we're going to continue to see within the show, or like how many people are going to continue to have such a dramatic transformation. Because it definitely felt like the Ten Commandments were kind of average once you saw what they were actually capable of, when you saw just everything they bring to the table as a whole, as like when they're fighting as a unit or just fighting solo. Their abilities and their commandments are relatively straightforward. As long as fight abide by the rules, you should be alright when you're fighting them. Which kind of made them not that intimidating, and then you kind of see this play out, and you're kind of like, oh, well, if they had this up in their sleeve the whole time, then that makes more sense. If they could do this ridiculously, broken skill on the fly whenever they need to, that changes a lot of the dynamic. So I am interested in seeing if Meliodas is the true reason why certain things are going to go in a good direction at the end of this. We do see Elizabeth stepping up towards the end as well, but after it's all said and done, there's so much that pops off within just this one episode that it definitely leaves the question to be asked of who, um, who and what happened to get to this point, with the demons and angels. Like, was there ever a truce, and what was something that broke said truce? So, I don't know. It's getting really interesting as a whole, and I was already really interested in Seven Deadly Sins, but to think that they haven't even really given us anything this season besides the backstory of, what happened back then, and this kind of it helps us understand what could be possible in the future, but more or less it just gives us a better understanding of why we might not even be on the angel side, or why certain things for the demons seemed more like they needed to do these, this type of attack, this type of approach, because it just seemed like the best way to get stuff done. I'm not really sure, but Seven Deadly Sins is definitely looking quite weird. And I think a lot of people stopped watching it because of that. Like, they just wanted the old school animation back and stuff like that, which I can understand. This has kind of been the norm now in anime, which is kind of sucky because now it's like every anime that we know, even Attack on Titan was going to do this too, or did this, which is switching anime studios relatively in mid seasons, or just do a season and switch off to another company and see what they can do with it. It's been happening quite a bit now, so it's not surprising for me. I'm kind of just like, oh well, Seven Deadly Sins looks different, but for me, the story and the plot of all this stuff and not knowing what happens in the manga without having to go and read it, I can always just pick up wherever the people who are animating all this leave off, so it doesn't really hurt my feelings. But with all that being said, I hope you guys are having an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case you're watching this. Um, look forward to a couple of uploads from me when I wake up and get to watch all these shows. That, and I will definitely be talking to you as soon as possible, whenever I'm done with those. So if you guys have been subscribed, thank you so much for the support. It means the world, and I will definitely be trying to get you guys some more daily content, like always. But with all that being said, I am your boy, the Anime J, and I will definitely talk to you in the next one. So with that, peace.